Let me think.
Hey, so you didn't know that the St. Louis Cardinals had a baseball team and a football team at the same time.
No, I knew that there was obviously they had a football team and a baseball team. The Rams weren't there too long ago, but I didn't know that they had the St. Louis Cardinals and the St. Louis Cardinals in two different sports at the same time. That blew my mind. That was probably the best thing I learned during this football season.
That there was a multiple St. Louis Cardinals teams at the same time, and one of them was a football team.
Right.
So all you knew about was the Rams.
Right. I thought the Cardinals left Chicago and went to Arizona. I didn't know they had to stop in the middle of the way, right there off the Mississippi River in St. Louis. And this just lets you know that St. Louis is terrible.
Did you know that they was called the Baltimore Colts? Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm just I don't know because you didn't know about the Cardinals, so I'm like, did you know that they were called the Baltimore Colts? And then they moved to Nap. You knew that, right?
Yes.
They moved in the middle of the night when Pay was in his mama's belly.
Facts.
That's correct. They moved in the middle of the night because Baltimore was going to take that team from old boy. They was like, you know what? The city really owned this team, eminent domain. Get him up. So while the paperwork was running through, they said, "Hey, he called his friend that owned the Mayflower. Hey, come pack my squad up. We gotta go. Gotta go now."
Adios, muchachos, my friend. Adios, muchachos. Hey, so what team? So it would be the Raiders that move the most between Oakland, between Las Vegas, between Los Angeles. The Raiders, are they the most moved franchise? Old school,
so. Just off the top of
my
head.
They moved the same spots though. I mean, they only went from Oakland to LA to Oakland, and then Oakland to Vegas. They right there in that. Well, Oakland far from LA though. So, but yeah, but yeah.
But didn't they move to LA 3 different times?
Twice, like I think. Yeah. Could be 3.
Yeah, most moved franchise probably I say ever out of all them old school squads.
That's why
everybody else they put,
That's why a lot of them old school West Coast hip hop OGs like the Raiders because like Ice Cube and some other ones they huge Raider fans. Cube loved the Raiders.
Oh, down by law.
They was actually good at one time. Back in the day, they was really good.
Yep.
When John Madden was the coach, come on, Big G.
Oh, in the 70s, they were some hogs. Even in the 80s, with Marcus Allen and them, they were some hogs. Now, don't get it twisted. They was getting Super Bowl chips. They was out there winning. So, now they've been trashed in probably most people's lifetime. But the 70s and 80s, they was handling their business. They hated us too, Tate. They hated the Steelers. If you know a real Raiders fan, he hates the Steelers, dog. A real Raiders fan, they hate you. They hate you like Baltimore hates you. And I hate them too. I hate the Raiders, dog. They trash. I hope all the bad things in the world happen to the Raiders and only the Raiders, dog. The Raiders is trash, bro. Trash. Oh, man. Let them have it, bro. Let the Raiders. I help the Raiders lose. I help the Cleveland Browns lose. I help the Baltimore Ravens lose. And I help the New England Patriots lose. And the team I want to lose the most is the Dallas Cowboys. I helped the Cowboys lose, and all the bad things really happened to Cowboys and only the Cowboys. I can't stand none of them teams, man. All of them.
I hate. It's a lot of hate there, G.
You got teams you hate too. I bet you Tate is similar. He can't stand them neither. Everybody I named, I bet you can't stand them.
Oh.
New England, the Raiders, Dallas, Cleveland, and Baltimore.
No, probably I don't hate them, but Baltimore and Dallas. I don't hate Cleveland. I got too much family that like Cleveland. They kind of like the little brother that can't quite win. But I don't hate them. Dallas fans make me, and recently the Raiders, because the one dude I deal with at work every day, man, he's wearing Raider pajamas and just
get that
clown stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
why can't he wear Raider pajamas?
To work?
His jammies. Why we hating on his jammies?
We hating on the obnoxiousness when he don't keep that same energy when they lose. And so at beginning, I've known him for about 3 years. At the beginning of every year, he start out real good, going real hard. Then he get quieter and quieter by the time week 5 and 6 roll around. Then by the end of the year, you don't hear nothing, but he hating on other teams.
Yeah.
No.
Probably, but the main thing he be hating on is us too. I already know. I know.
He don't really hate on the Steelers that much. We don't really got no reason to hate on us the past 10 years for real.
Because they trash.
Just a good team, not a solid team, not even a good team, a solid team. But shout out everybody in the live chat, Big G. Get the algorithm up on this Freaky Friday.
I seen a whole bunch of people over there, dog. They was jumping in our conversation too about who they hate. One dude said it was the haters' ball. I was like, wow. But yeah, it's still a girl.
I like Reginald Rivers said the Pats and the Cowboys.
Yeah,
definitely the Cowboys.
Yeah, they trash.
That's because of their fans, though. We deal with Mod all the time, man. They Skip Bayless on TV when Michael Irvin be on there with them, man. It's just terrible.
But yeah, we got Jeremiah Yoder, Thanks Mean Joe, Pittsburgh Toddy, AFL 67, John C., Afton, Jay Deverell, S. Dresden, Jay Steed, Daniel Reed, Reginald Rivers. Man, we got a Dennis, the I don't know what to call him no more. And Afton, Mark Malone. The squad is in the building, y'all. Let's get the rhythms jumping. And Tate, let's get the show jumping.
Is it that time?
Yeah, let's go.
It's that time.
Did y'all see I added the Freaky Friday to the homies cover?
Yeah.
You didn't notice it?
Yeah.
That's in dedication to Big G. That Freaky Friday. All right, well, let's get this show on the road one time.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh Steelers fans, thanks for joining us for another episode of the Freaky Friday Night Homies podcast on the Steel Curtain Network, Fans First Sports Network. We without the homie B Dirt tonight. He's out. What's B Dirt doing, man?
He's celebrating B-Day.
He just sent us something in our chat thread a few minutes ago. Did y'all see it?
Yep.
I seen the picture.
B Dirt. He's out doing this with his beautiful girlfriend Jess, as opposed to hanging with the homies, man.
Hey, man, it's Freaky Friday, and it's Valentine's Day, man, coming up. He got to do what he got to do, bro. Let that man handle his business. Let him handle his business.
I ain't mad at him. He wasn't a no call, no show. He did tell us like Tuesday.
No fine for him. He don't get no fine.
No fine for B Dirt.
Yeah. We ain't got no show fines yet this year for skipping. Not us yet. Now we're doing pretty good. Because this time last year, the fine jar was just rolling over, dog. It was ridiculous, man. Because Cass was like, nah, I ain't coming to work today, dog. There was some call-offs going on. I ain't going to mention who it was calling off, but I just know there was a bunch of call-offs jumping off. That's all I know. And it was
having extended. It was, this is the holidays, G. People still try to get back in the wind of it, coming from Thanksgiving. You got all those holidays in December. January got a bunch of holidays. February got 3 holidays. Come on, it's a lot. And don't forget the best holiday of all, Scorpio making holiday.
Yeah. Because it lines up perfect. The timeline is like perfect, bro. So yeah. Look, but guess what? What has been jumping off with the fines? Tate Boy Fresh. Go ahead, dog.
Scorpio holiday is Valentine's Day, and projecting that the baby will be born in Scorpio season. I never heard it referred to as that before, but okay.
At night we ride.
So you and my sister had the same birthday. So I wondered if that means I wonder if that mean my mom and dad was getting it in some time ago back in, man, for her, that would have been Valentine's Day 78.
Yep.
We like
That don't mean that,
Scorpios.
bitch.
Yep.
Scorpios are like the cicadas. We get into the dirt now, and we rise come October. That's what we do. Shout out to Jess. Be dirty, lady, be dirty. She's a Scorpio.
Yep. Handling his business. Let it, no fine for him. He called in, called off, got his PTO cleared and taken care of, so we all good.
All right, fellas. Well, let's get.
We got our first super chat, man. We got our first super chat already.
Let me know what comments need to be pulled up because I'm working the production.
Yep.
But yeah, man, who was that from?
Thanks Mean Joe.
Thanks Mean Joe again. What's up? Thanks Mean Joe. Thanks for being with us on this Freaky Friday, man, with the homies, man. We really appreciate you. You've been showing strong the last 2-3 weeks, definitely. No, we really appreciate you joining us every Friday. Props to Cam Heyward, NFL Man of the Year. Man, did you start to show off exactly where we were going to go?
He was reading minds, Tate. He was reading minds. Yeah.
So if it's anything that's been deserved for a few years now, what Cam Heyward does in the Pittsburgh community with all his different programs and stuff like that he facilitates and funds the resources and all that stuff himself, because he's a Pittsburgh kid, so it means more to him. You know what I mean? It's not just the city that he plays in. He was born in Pittsburgh. Yeah, they went to Georgia. I think his dad at one time played for the Falcons down there, and their family probably moved to Georgia. But he's a Pittsburgh kid through and through, so it really means a lot to him. He does so much and is well deserving. Bitchy, what do you think?
Tate, you hit it out the park by saying that it should have been happening. It actually should have happened maybe 2 years ago, because he's engraved in the Pittsburgh community. And I could just go into like details about what he does for the school systems, what he does for the Boys and Girls Clubs, what he does for his own foundation, and able to bring the Pittsburgh community together, just not around football, but trying to make better lives for kids, because he grew up in that region and he knows what it takes to make things better. So it's well deserving. I think Cam probably, even after his retirement, will be a main stable in the Pittsburgh community, and he'll always be attached to the Pittsburgh community in a big way to continue to promote, the growth and development of the Pittsburgh city, let alone the Pittsburgh Steelers.
One of his foundations is called Craig's Closet, named after his dad, Craig Ironhead, where he provides clothes and stuff for kids, have interviews or important things going on. They don't have, the appropriate clothes to go to an interview, a school thing where you got to, kind of maybe give a speech or present in front of a whole bunch of people. He has many foundations, but that's one of them. Hey, what do you think about Cam Heyward and winning this award?
As you all said, it's been a long time coming, right? I'm not as aware of all the stuff that he does in the community. I'm gonna just take your word for it. But I don't doubt it. The Walter Payton Award is something that they take a lot of pride in giving that out. So I know it's well deserved just off the basis of that. So I do know that there's being a Steeler. It's a reward unto itself. I do know that when you become a Steeler, you are a part of something larger than just a football team. It's a community. It's a city. It's an identity.
I think the word you look for is prestigious, but go ahead.
I wasn't gonna go that far, but for
Don't
Cam
be a hater,
Heyward to get this award, it just lets me know that that it is something that is passed down from on top on down. Like, hey, look, we gotta give back to the community that supports this team with blood, sweat, and tears. You got to do it. You got to do your own blood, sweat, and tears, not just on the field. You got to put it back. You got to pay it back forward. And for that being said, I couldn't think of a better person in the league right now that deserved it right now than Cam Heyward.
I don't never hardly put the sign up anymore, man. But for what he does on the field and off the field, Cam Heyward is him, bro. Cam Heyward is him. If there's any player that I want the Steelers, the future Steelers, and the young pups that are with Pittsburgh and the ones we're going to draft, model yourself after Cam Heyward. That is the bar. You want to be like him on the field, off the field, and representing Pittsburgh and the Steelers. So, yeah, he's him, man. He's him.
Well, you had guys like Brett Kiesel and Aaron Smith and those guys take Cam under their wing when he was a rookie back in 2011, I believe it was now.
Facts.
What school did he go to?
Tay, come on, man. Come on, dog. You know, these guys over here, the Buckeye Nation, bro.
Oh,
He's part of the nation.
The school?
Yeah, he got a tree on Buckeye Grove, dog. He got a tree in Buckeye Grove. So, you know, that's telling you what he did at the nation. And he went over to Pittsburgh and handling even better.
Reginald Rivers says Walter Payton's brother, Eddie, was my high school football coach at Memphis.
Really?
Okay. I remember Eddie Payton. I remember. Yeah. Did he have a cup of coffee in the league?
I'm not sure. I don't know about that for sure. He might have been there for a hot second. He might have been there for a hot second. But his brother was a beast. I ain't no ifs, ands, buts about that. Beast.
Goes without saying, right?
Yeah,
Eddie's brother was a beast.
No. Yeah, Eddie Payton's brother, Walter.
Right. Eddie's brother was a beast.
Yeah, facts. Total facts.
How come you don't have Walter Payton number 1 all the time on your running back list?
He's number 2 for me.
Yeah. My number 1 is Barry Sanders, bro.
That's my number 1 as well.
Yeah. My number 1 is Barry Sanders.
I've always put Jim Brown at the top just because I respect what he did in 9 years, 12 game seasons. And I watched Ryan Barry run on net from Amazon.
Take your mic going out a little bit, bro. Hey, what'd you say though, bro? Go ahead. What you were saying?
I was just agreeing with you. I got Barry number 1 and Sweetness number 2.
Yeah. I got Barry once. Oh, you good.
I was asking y'all, did y'all see that Run Barry Run on Amazon Prime about Barry Sanders?
Facts. Yes, I did.
No, I didn't. Twice. I watched some of them cut it off.
Yeah. Must watch. It's only like an hour and a half. It's really good.
Watch.
Yeah. It is a must watch. If you're a
boring.
football, you said Barry Sanders is number 1. You don't want to check it out and see why it's validated. Hey man,
I watched them play. That validates it enough. The documentary in quotations. It's not that interesting. Barry was not that interesting. He's a great football player.
Hey man, hold on.
Hey, pull up Still a Girl comment when you get a chance too. I gotta address something. Go ahead. See it where it say Still a Girl? Still a Girl, we thank you for your comment. Big G, are you going to the OSU spring game? Got my ticket today, my first college game. Still a Girl. I might be on the sideline at the game. I got a little connection, man, jumping off. I can't really talk about it all on there.
Stop bragging and invite her down to the sideline then.
I ain't got it all like that.
Okay,
but my connection got me hooked. So I might be on the sideline at the spring game, man. I might be
Hey, Still a Girl, if I was there back at the crib in Ohio, I would get you down the sideline.
I can't pull all that off. Like I might be able to have a conversation with Coach Knowles. He might look out for a player.
We see the spring game like a month out.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just be in touch, and if Big G can pull some strings, he'll let you know. That's how we rock for the chat generals.
Yeah. But I'll be there. I'll be there for sure. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. I'll be there for the spring game.
Hey, so then we're a little behind now. As a matter of fact, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after a word from our partners. If you're watching on YouTube, stay with us. We're not going nowhere. But we 20 minutes in and got through just a couple things, but we'll be right back. We're going to move fast. So
Yes, sir.
we'll be right back after this.
Mm-hmm.
Freaky Friday.
And we're back on the Homie Podcast on a Freaky Friday night. We already talked about Cam Heyward, so let's keep it moving from the NFL honors. We'll talk about some of this more on overtime. We'll get deeper into it if anybody has any questions or you guys want to elaborate. But our boy Lamar got his second MVP. Lamar Jackson was an MVP.
Our boy.
Yeah, our boy. I mean, I like Lamar. As a player, he can't beat the Steelers. I mean, I wouldn't want him to win the MVP over Dak, over Patrick Mahomes, over anybody that was in it. So yeah, our boy right now. But yeah, you can have him. He's a rat bird. Take him, pay. Pay's boy Lamar Jackson wins the NFL MVP award for the second time. He enters elite company, and he has entered elite company, but he won't get respected being in that elite company till he wins more in the playoffs.
Pay.
Do we agree?
Pay. I'm gonna let Pay.
There's 11 players in NFL history that have won multiple MVPs.
Mm.
2 Browns, 2 49ers.
How many of them have Super Bowl? How many of them have championships? I don't know the 11. I'm just asking you.
Well, all of them have their careers over. Other than Pat Mahomes, all of the other ones, careers are over. So,
but they have
if
championships.
you let Lamar's career finish,
Right.
he's going to have some.
Well, I say he get respect.
Maybe.
Two Browns is Jim Brown. 2 49. Oh, you said 49er. That's Joe Montana. Got to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Steve
Steve
Young.
Young got 2 MVPs.
Steve Young got both MVPs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Fact check him, Big G. I don't know.
I'm about to look.
Check it out. You got there's 2 Packers, 2 Browns. Because
2
Jim
Packers,
Brown
Brett Favre, Jim Brown, Aaron Rodgers. He got 4. So yeah, two Packers, 6 MVPs between them.
Lames. Only got
He
2.
do got 2 MVPs. He do got 2 MVPs, Tate.
Okay.
He do got 2. 92 and 94. He got 2. Ooh. I'm gonna get
you
paid
got Pat
facts
Mahomes
on.
with 2.
Does Kurt Warner have 2?
Nope.
I think he might.
No, I'm about to look it up. Keep talking.
Yeah, so I mean, with that right there, with that said, Lamar is obviously elite. Just
He's elite
because you can't pull him out. Now, he took a major step forward this year. This is even though his numbers aren't better than his first MVP numbers, he still had career best in completion percentage, a lot of like advanced metrics, and he got to the championship game. Not to say that I think that was his first time being in the championship game.
It was.
It's
only his second playoff win.
Kurt Warner got 2, by the way, too. Kurt Warner got 2. He do got 2.
Okay. Yeah. So take you right.
It might end up being just because he might just be unlucky. He might just be playing in the wrong era. He might be playing against Thanos, and you can't beat that guy because he's inevitable.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think
that's not who he losing to though.
Exactly.
Did he not just lose to Pat Mahomes?
Yeah, but the other game, that's not who he losing to.
Okay, but the other games in the past, so it doesn't matter.
Listen, it's a well-deserved award. Based on regular season, absolutely. But that's a whole nother question for me. However, I think that Lamar is going to be hard-pressed to get a Super Bowl in Baltimore. I think he's going to be hard-pressed. The AFC is too
Baltimore
talented.
win Super Bowls?
When was Ray Lewis won Super Bowls? And then it was
Jim Harbaugh, the current coach, has won Super Bowls.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, they've won one since the Steelers, so I'm not even going to talk about that. Kevin Stefanski won Coach of the Year.
That was biased, dog.
Why?
Yeah,
that was biased.
It is biased. This is the only upset of the night.
Yeah, that was
Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski won this award by 1 first plate vote. over D'Amico Ryan. D'Amico Ryan should have been coach of the year. How did you win? They won what, 2 games last? No, they won 3 games last year, and then now they're in the playoffs. A playoff win.
Over Cleveland.
And
over Cleveland.
Over Cleveland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they did it with Cleveland. They did it with Cleveland's draft picks. That tells you right there.
Like I told you guys backstage, Cleveland was the media darling this year. Because like you said, they took home Coach of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, and DPOY. Congratulations to Myles Garrett.
Trash. Trash.
Pay told a couple weeks ago he was going to win, and I mean we kind of knew it was going that way, but you hope that they just realized and looked at the stats.
That was trash, y'all.
Congratulations, Myles Garrett. We can.
As I told y'all 2 weeks ago.
I just said that.
As I told you 2 weeks ago, I'm sure the media knows the numbers. They didn't care. They liked the story better.
Look at all the statistics in red.
He beat him on every last one of them, dog. He beat him on every last one of him. Every last one of him. TJ Watt had a better year than Myles Garrett on every last category. Trash. Straight up trash.
We know that. We're not gonna dwell. We're gonna hit on snub. See the snub? TJ was snubbed.
Yeah. There's no way. Listen, I'm not saying Myles Garrett is trash. I'm saying the voters that picked the award is trash. When does stats not matter? When does it not matter? They play the same amount of games. They play in the same conference. They play head-to-head. Stop it. Just stop it. Trash.
Well, your boy, or your brother's boy, Miles' boy, clown boy, Micah Parsons had a lot to say. He says Pittsburgh fans have horrible take. Miles was the better player. Reality situation. Miles faced way more double teams and effects on QBs. Fans, please stop looking at stats and look at film, please.
You know what, Micah Parsons? Listen, bro. I don't watch as much film as you do because you're a professional NFL athlete. But I watch all 22 film. And you can't tell me that on film, TJ Watt was not better than Myles Garrett. So, Micah Parsons, you tire fire for that take, bro. Any tire fire. You're horrible. And you actually a hater. You don't want Watt to get it because you know he's the best. He's the best.
I don't know if he hate or he mean hate, but he just one of them dudes just a clown, man. He a clown. He always got something to say. His boy was Skip Bayless when he first came. He was 11 from heaven to Skip. He came on the show. Now he against Skip. He always got something to say. Play football. You shrink in the biggest moments, Micah Parsons.
Yeah. He like his boy.
And they both do. Myles Garrett does too. Yeah, he may be getting double team, maybe getting sacked. He shrinks in the biggest moment.
All them Cowboys shrink in the biggest moments. All them Cowboys do. They shrink in the biggest moments. There's no freaking way, and I don't care. There's no freaking way that Myles Garrett should have won DPOY. No way. Stop it. Get up out of here. Go kick some rocks. Whatever the heck you want to say, there's no freaking way that dang on TJ Watt shouldn't have been the DPOY. Stop it.
I lied. I said there was only one snub last night. I lied. There was 2 other ones.
Was this one of them?
There's another. No. There were 2 snubs.
This wasn't one of them?
No, there was 3 snubs last night. All of them involved the AFC North. That's how we can keep it this show central. The other one, I'm sure Tate was going to kick it that way.
Who you
we
got?
had Coach of the Year already.
Yeah.
We got Comeback Player of the Year.
We got to do that one.
I don't have. We're not talking about Joe Flacco, but he won it.
Dang, you don't even give Joe Flacco no love at all.
No, he don't get no time. He no time today.
So you see, they saying coming back from playing for the Jets is a lot harder than coming back from death. How did he win that award over DeMar Hamlin? I cannot tell you. It must have been the stats.
Because
It
DeMar
must have been
Hamlin
the
was
stats.
just a feel-good story. That's all it was ever going to be. That's really what
I
Myles
can't-
Garrett is. The narrative, the feel-good story.
Comeback player is a feel-good award.
No, but you got to actually come back, Pay,
And
He
play.
did come back. He
and put in some work. Not
He
go to practice and spend 12 weeks on the practice squad.
He
a
was
good
on the
story.
practice squad, none this year.
He did too.
He's on the active
Yeah,
roster.
No, he was not.
He got
No.
called up for the practice squad a couple times, so he was there. I couldn't tell how many
Correct.
weeks it was, but he was there.
Listen,
Correct.
listen. If you're
That's-
playing
that's
football and then you stop breathing and you come back to play football after that, that's better than coming back from retirement and to play football. I'm sorry.
But pay. Him come. I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. But DeMar Hamlin's biggest play all year was his inability to get a fourth down play for the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs when they ran a fake punt. That was his biggest play that he did all year, bro. So the award is based on what you do on the field, not the story of how you got on the field. What you wasn't doing on the field, and then now what you're doing on the field. That's where it should have been awarded to Joe Flacco. It should have been. He was the best player in the league as far as he took the Nick Chubb-less Cleveland Browns to the playoffs. Come on, dog. I mean, it ain't even.
I think Myles
even
Garrett
talking
did
about.
that, but you know.
What? Oh, Pay. See, now you about Tate. Put Pay in the Matrix, Tate. I've never done it before on the show. Put Pay in the Matrix. Put him in there, bro. Because that's ridiculous. Myles Garrett took him to the playoffs. He shrunk like
Caught in the matrix. I'm caught.
Come on, man. Pay, come on, bro.
If you're talking about shrink, what if Joe Flacco did? Did he not shrink in the big moments too?
No.
He
No,
didn't.
He threw a couple bad passes against
A
Houston.
couple.
Yeah. But did he still throw for almost 300 yards?
He started like how many games this season? 6, 7. I think he got like 15 picks. I mean, he threw
Tate, you muted.
two
You
pick
muted,
sixes,
Tate.
2 pick sixes in the playoffs.
He threw 2 pick sixes against Houston, and they lost what was like 46-17 or something like that.
They
So
got
what? So what about the other 32 points that Myles Garrett's supposed to stop?
Exactly.
Short fields. Thanks for Flacco.
No, get it.
Well,
Stop.
No, because then we'll take it to the house. That ain't had nothing to do with what the defense was giving up.
Yeah. Pay, you on some bias right now, bro. You on some bias. What is
Hey.
you trying to become a Cleveland Browns fan?
Hey, hold on, man.
Hell no.
I got a quick exercise for the live chat. Live chat. I want to test y'all ability. And Big G, you can, because you're not gonna get all these, Big G.
Where?
I got some old school Steeler players I'm gonna put up.
Mhm.
I want you to see if you can call off their names. And live chat, join in.
You putting up pictures?
Yeah, you ready?
Okay, go ahead. Go. Oh, 80. Jeff Graham, Ohio State.
Yes.
Is that 40? I didn't see the number. Rewind it. I didn't see the
bring it
number.
back. Just name what you can name.
57. I don't know. 34. Don't know. 62. Man, I don't know some of these dudes. 19. I'm like, if you stop the thing, and that's Webster. Come on, dog, stop it. We already know who that is.
Webster.
The 92. I don't know. Tight end, old school tight end for him. Cunningham, Carmichael, whatever his name is, dog tight end for the Steelers. Listen, man, that reel was moving fast, bro. That reel was moving
I'm playing
fast.
again. I'm playing again. Look at the live chat.
Jeff Graham, I know that right off the bat. Jeff Graham,
Yes.
that's my homie. Is that 47? I can't see the number.
44.
Don't know. 49, don't know. 57, lost in the sauce. I know the running back 34. I just can't call his name. 60, is that 62 or 63?
62.
19, trash quarterback, don't know. 53 linebacker. 90, man, I don't know, man. The live chat got to help me out. Listen, the live chat stuck.
No, look at it. They got a lot of them.
Brian Hinkle, Woodruff.
That's right. 53.
Woolley.
Woodruff, yes, was right. What? Well, yeah, Woodley 19. David Woodley. You on mute. David Woodley was the quarterback that came over from the Dolphins.
I knew that was Abercrombie, man. I knew that, man.
Walter Abercrombie.
I knew that.
Mike Merriweather was number 57. Here, let's just Jeff Graham,
That's my boy.
Frank Pollard before he switched to number 30.
They said 81 was Charles Johnson. No, that was
Dwayne
Jeff
Woodruff.
Graham.
That was Jeff Graham. Mike Merriweather,
Mm-hmm.
Walter Abercrombie,
Mm-hmm.
Justin Hartwig,
Mm-hmm.
David Woodley,
Mm-hmm.
Brian Hinkle, middle linebacker,
Mm-hmm.
Keith Gary,
Oh, yeah. Keith Gary. Yeah, yeah.
Benny Cunningham.
Benny Cunningham. I told you, I messed his name up. I said Carmichael Cunningham, but I knew he played with them late 70s team Steelers. They were some dogs.
Yeah, man. Good job, everybody in live chat.
Yeah.
George Tesson 62 was Justin Hartwig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, the live chat said talking about they knew a couple here and there. Tate, that was a fast reel, and I didn't know it was coming. So I didn't have no time to really stop and think. Like,
You
man,
got
wait a minute.
study, just look. Do I know it?
You didn't know all of them before you looked it up. You didn't know all
I
of them.
did. I'm the one that put the names in to get the pictures of the players.
Pay, do you think you know before you looked it up?
He could have just asked Google ancient Steeler guys. So I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, have I ever steered you wrong?
no.
We was talking earlier with Big G about some old school basketball stuff, and I was right again. I mean, I don't put it up, but y'all question whether I knew it or I studied or I looked it up. Well, I mean, I just know stuff about
that's
sports.
true. He
Not a lot of stuff.
was talking some. He was. I don't know where he got his information from earlier, but you are correct.
Hey,
That's fact.
let's
That's
get
fact.
let's get into this real quick, man. So the Steelers. Now we all on the Steelers for the rest of the show,
Mhm.
and Steelers brought some new coaches in the building. Big G.
Yeah, the WR coach, dog.
Well, that's one of them.
Yeah.
Zach Azani.
Yeah, I like him, man. Look at that resume, Tate. That's what I like the most. Look at that resume.
He got a lot of experience, and a lot of it is he's a wide receiver coach at every stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At every stop. I mean, he might have been something else.
Mm-hmm.
He might have been the pass game coordinator at Tennessee. He might have been a recruit coordinator and wide receiver coach at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Assistant head coach, wide receiver at Central Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
He coached AB at Central Michigan.
Facts.
He was at Bowling Green. He worked with Urban Meyer, Butch Jones, Willie Taggart, Brett Bielema
Mm-hmm.
at Wisconsin, or wherever Brett Bielema was at Wisconsin, but his resume don't show Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
That does too. That 1 year, 2012. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I hear he brings a lot of toughness. He makes his wide receivers block. I don't know if he has a relationship. With
Arthur Smith, yeah, he
Arthur
do.
Smith.
Yeah, he do. He got a relationship with him. Listen, my homeboy Zach Smith, man, on the Minister Sports podcast. Shout out to Zach, man. What's crack-a-lacking, bro? Zach said that he's one of the better wide receiver coaches in all of sports. Zach said he actually took pointers from him because Zach Smith was a wide receiver coach for the Buckeyes, and he was like, "This dude right here was a good hire." So I'm buying it. I'm buying it, man.
I don't know much about him. I know he had Cortland Sutton in Denver. He had Garrett Wilson in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He made your boy. What's your boy for Denver that was hurt all year? It was like their number 3 receiver that was really good though.
Jared Judy? No, Jared Judy was number 2.
Oh, yeah. Dude got hurt beginning of the year.
Yeah, we got a super chat. Jay's upper teeth, $2. We appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, Jay.
Miles had 1 sack in the last 6 games. That is total, absolute, 175% facts.
But Myles Garrett carried him and not Joe Flacco with 1 sack in the last 6 games. I don't know.
Defensive player of the year.
He got it.
Trash.
Hardware speaks for itself.
Trash.
I mean, LeBron James have 1 or 2 more MVPs too, for real.
Hey, but I'm done with them Browns. So listen, man. I think that this hire is going, really, to be honest with this hire, and we talked about it on the Pump Your Brakes podcast on Wednesday. I think this is going to shake the wide receiver room up. I think Deontay Johnson, bro, you might be packing your bags, bro. You might be packing your bags. I think we're going to trade him for draft capital. And we're going to get some tough guys that can block, play WR, can play in 12 personnel packages, not just beat the guy, but literally like beat up the guy.
I'm big on Xavier Leggett in like the second or third round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm big on that guy, man. But hey, live chat, if you got any questions related to prospects in the draft, we ready.
Yeah,
Just put in
both
the live
shows.
chat.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Big G your prospect question, and
Yeah,
he'll get to it.
Yep.
And
both the
right
homies
now,
and homies overtime. Both of them. I'll answer it.
right now we got another coach we brought in, man.
Mm-hmm.
Arth. What's his first name?
Arthur Smith.
No,
No.
Arth. His last name is Arth.
Arth.
If you watch, if people in the live chat watched, listen to Jeff Hartman's Let's Ride podcast on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good information today was him and Jeremy Betts in the conversation. But the first part of the show, he was talking about the new coaches. So we're gonna let Jeff tell you about the new pass game coordinator.
The Steelers were interviewing a guy named Tom Arth. I'm hoping I'm saying that name correctly, A-R-T-H, as their pass game coordinator. Now, he had previously been with the Los Angeles Chargers under Brandon Staley, and he had that role. Now, Tom Arth actually played in the NFL. He played for the Indianapolis Colts, and he was a backup to Peyton Manning. Then he was shipped over to NFL Europe, kind of bounced around that league for a while, went to the Canadian Football League and eventually the Arena League before hanging it up and going back to Division III John Carroll to coach. He was the head coach there, very successful there, until he got back into the NFL ranks with Brandon Staley.
Mm. But now listen, and this is a question to ask Pay too, because Pay knows Brandon Staley trash. He knows that. So is being connected Brandon Staley a good thing, Pay? Especially for us, Steelers.
No.
Right? Okay, so
I would leave that off my resume.
Wow. Wow. So I don't know if this is such a great hire. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. It could work out because a lot of times when Steelers bring coaches in from outside, they still have to get acclimated to the culture of Pittsburgh. So this guy could have some of those qualities and characteristics that could help him thrive as a Pittsburgh Steelers coach. But based on resume, this ain't that. This ain't apples to apples like how the wide receiver coach was. This ain't that. This is a whole different ball game. So I don't know. Your thoughts, Tate. What you think? What you think about this hire?
Well, he played with Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coach Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the pass game coordinator is one of those things that can be changed. I mean, obviously, I'm sure Arthur Smith was in on a discussion. I don't know if he made the choice, independent by himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's in on the decision. But yeah, let's just see how it goes, man. So you got your offensive coordinator, you got your pass game coordinator, and they're gonna bring a quarterback coach. I don't know if it's gonna be Sully again or they're gonna get somebody else. They beefing up, and they got another assistant offensive line coach. I forgot his name. I didn't have time to really put something together on him. But yeah, a young guy from.
So I can tell you this, Tate, and I just know this from my own personal experience. You might not believe this, or a lot of folks might not believe this who are Steeler fans, but Arthur Smith was in there beating the table talking about who he wanted to be coaching with him. Believe me, he had a lot of influence and a lot of input on who he wanted to help assemble his team or assemble his squad. Because the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator's jobs are to support the head coach. But all the rest of the assistants' jobs are to support the coordinators. So these guys probably I would lean towards are being handpicked by Arthur Smith, maybe with a little bit of influence of Tomlin, maybe, of course, with the Rooneys overseeing the process. But, yeah, Arthur Smith's in there talking about, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy. So that's what I know from coaching hiring across the league. And it's been like that probably for at least 20 years that I know. Pay, you agree?
I mean, for the most part, yeah, I'll have to agree. It's kind of like splitting hairs, but why not?
Mm-hmm. Tay Boy, what you think?
I'm trying to look at some of these comments. So Steeler girl asks, where is that put Sullivan? I think they're still undecided, and Sullivan's still waiting to hear back from other teams about not offensive coordinator anymore, but maybe somebody likes him for a pass game coordinator or a QB coach.
This is where that puts Sullivan at. Adios, muchachos, my friend.
Not so fast, my friend. Who says that? Not so fast, my friend. Somebody says that.
Corso.
Who says that, Pay?
Lee Corso.
Corso.
Oh, yeah, Corso. Yeah, Big G. Corso talking to you. The homie S. Dredd said if he agreed to be subservient to Tomlin, it's over.
Really?
I don't know about subservient, but
so
the head coach is the head coach.
Yeah, facts.
He won a tug of war in the locker room. Okay.
I mean,
he said that's better.
If you got a job and you an assistant manager, that's a pretty good position, but you're not over the manager.
Yeah.
Come on, Ed. So if Tomlin comes, says close, he want to get in that 4-minute offense. He say run the ball, then everybody got to run the ball. You know,
but I don't think Tomlin's that type of dude, y'all. I think Tomlin wants to be a manager. You know, and let them guys do what they do.
That's just it, Big G. He manages the game. That's why Pittsburgh don't take shots. That's why they don't want to turn it over. That's why they play them grimy, ugly, grinded out games like they do, because that's Tomlin's style of winning. That's why he wins all the time, because he doesn't put himself in 80% of his games. He doesn't put himself in a situation where they're gonna get smoked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
only time he did that was he had a brief period where he had the killer bees. And they was trying to score 40 on everybody. You know, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger, they was up and down the field, up and down the field, up and down the field, up and down the field. And I don't know.
That was Ben though. That was Ben. Ben had the cachet and the weight to be able to do that. That was Ben. Now I've been in OM. What's OM?
Not sure. Pay, you know what OM is? That's Dresden. What is OM?
Hey,
he said he's been a manager. OM, I've been an operations manager, maybe.
Okay, and anybody under you had to listen to you. But hey, Dresden, shout out, man, to the homie Dresden, man. We heard you on the Most podcast the other day, telling Most to get it, Big G and Take, man. We appreciate the love, bro.
That's Dresden was the person that did that?
Yeah, I told you that. If you clean your ears out and listen.
I didn't know it was him. Appreciate you, man. Total facts. We appreciate you.
Get a little candling going on, G.
But yeah, man. So
Le'Veon Bell too is an issue, dog.
Okay,
you know,
talk it up. Somebody want to know how you feel about Bell. How we feel about Bell. What's up with it?
So Le'Veon Bell. So let me explain this. I'm going to say it real slow but fast at the same time. Le'Veon Bell has been out of the NFL for 2 years. I don't care how much. It's been 2 seasons. He's not playing. Almost 2 going on 3. So I don't care how good he's been taking care of his body. I don't care how much he's been training. He's not ready to play an NFL down today. He's not ready. So, and not only would he have to get an opportunity to be invited to a camp, he's got to prove that he can make the roster. Now, his legs has been saved because he's been sitting on the couch, and Le'Veon Bell was not getting big hits. You know, over the last couple of years, he wasn't getting hit like that, so his body was saved. But if he's able to make a comeback, it's probably not going to be for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It'll probably be for another team. I'm gonna check his age. Keep talking, Payne.
He's 31. He only wants to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's not coming back for anybody else.
So he wants a 1-day contract to retire as a Steeler and then go on about his business?
No, I think
he would do that. He wants to play, but he would be a third down back. I think not playing at the running back position can only save you. Now he could the not playing wouldn't hurt him. The age would hurt him. You know what I mean? But it's just a pipe dream. It's a long shot. It's not going to happen. Yeah, but if he can make it back and be a third down, not a third back, not a third down back, even a third back, I wouldn't be against it. You know, he's matured and
I
grown.
mean, if he earned it, yeah, why would you be against it? But I mean,
I'm not pounding the table for it, but yeah.
This is why you got to have an identity outside of football, you know, because the football career is not very long. You gotta have something else to do once it's over. And at 31 years old, as a running back, with all the touches he had in between 22 to 26, no, it's not.
Yeah, he was looking bad when we last seen him in Baltimore and Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
so I don't know why we think he take 2 years off and he's better unless he was injured. I mean, but he said he's gonna start working out in March, and you know, and he'll see where he at. I don't know. The Steelers even give him a call to come in and see what he can do. I highly doubt that.
Yep, I know they're not gonna call him. He might be blowing Coach Tomlin's phone up, you know, and trying to get in there, but they're not calling him.
So you think if Coach Tomlin will let somebody come work out, he can't say, okay, come work out?
Coming and working out is one thing, but actually getting an opportunity to get a tryout is something different.
No, but that's what a workout would be. He would tell them, come in, we're gonna work you out. It's a tryout. If you're working out, it's a tryout.
Yeah, but no. He'd have to make that cut down squad. Like when you get to the 90-some players that you're able to carry before you go to the 53. If I see him in pads then maybe. But I don't even think he's gonna get close to that.
Well, I mean, if he make it to camp, then I mean that's a reward in itself. But I definitely don't think he gets past a tryout.
Facts.
They brought the dude Hakeem Butler to camp last year. They bring people to camp just to see what you got, what you can do. Now Hakeem Butler's probably about 4 or 5 years younger than Le'Veon Bell, and he didn't play running back. So
yeah, Le'Veon Bell is cooked, ladies and gentlemen. He's cooked. He's cooked. It's over. He's not going to be playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He wants to. In his mind, he wants. All those guys, all those ex-Steelers that cook themselves are mad because they cooked themselves. Martavius Bryant, and Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. There's a lot of Steelers guys that cooked themselves. And they was in perfect prime situation. You did it to yourself, bro. You became such a nuisance and such a problem that we had to get rid of you. So, and you ain't coming back. The Steelers don't usually kick the tires twice.
Yeah, I would believe if the Steelers would have, you know, run it back, spin the block on any of their ex-players, it would be Chase Claypool before they cut Le'Veon back to the door. It would be somebody younger that you can at least like argue can still make something out of. I mean, all the juice has been squeezed, whatever the word is, out of Le'Veon already. I mean, it's you start noticing the decline of a running back is so visible after the age of 25. I mean, all the good running backs that were great from like, you know, rookie year to like their age 24. After 25, it is visible.
Except AP, Derrick Henry, and Frank Gore.
Outliers. There's an outlier to every rule.
I'm just saying, so maybe he could be
that
Frank
dude.
Gore. Yes.
Nah, there was the visible decline was there for him too. He was just able to keep, you know, still be productive. But
man, Frank
was still there.
Frank Gore was never on AP or Derrick Henry level, but it's his consistency and banging out 1,000 every year. I mean, so he kept it up for what he was.
Yes, he was able to
I don't expect Le'Veon Bell to come back and be Le'Veon Bell he was in 2014-15. He's not.
What's up with this?
Shoot.
What's up with this bro stuff?
He ain't gonna be no. Listen, Le'Veon Bell is over. Like I said, next subject. He's cooked. He's totally cooked. There ain't no sense about it. He's not playing. He probably is not going to play another down in the NFL. So no,
I mean,
that's just him.
There's other football leagues though. The Rock said.
Yeah. Tate, we got another super chat, man, from Jay Upper Teeth, man. Jay Upper Teeth, we appreciate the $2, bro. Man, Bell cost himself a Hall of Fame by leaving. I think that is 175% total facts. Bell was on a pace to be a probably top 10 all-time leading rusher based on what he was doing. He cooked himself.
He cooked himself. Thank you, Jay's Upper Teeth. He was on he was on par with. If he kept playing and Pittsburgh kept doing what he was doing, he was talking. We talking Marshall Faulk numbers.
Yeah, they would have never drafted Najee. I promise you that they would have never drafted.
I would reword it to say that he cooked himself by sitting out that year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once you do that, you know, after that point, it's no coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he cooked himself.
There's a business aspect to it, to why him and the Steelers had a divorce. So I'm not going to say he had to stay there to be a Hall of Fame player. But sitting out that year, going about it the way he did, it didn't do him no favors. He's, once that inactivity in your prime, because I think he was only 26, 27 at that time.
Facts.
So that inactivity during your prime, losing out on that, that amount of time to again accumulate, go up the leaderboards, that cut it, that stopped it right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, never. He cooked himself. We would have never drafted Najee, and he killed himself. Thomas Riley.
Well, you already had James Conner, so I mean,
yeah. Thomas Ryder said, "Big G and Tate, how did the two of you become Steelers fans?" My grandfather was a Steeler fan. I was indoctrinated into it. I have clear memory about being Steelers and rocking with the Steelers from like 1978, 1979. My granddad, bro. That's how I became one. Tate, I think Tate's similar. I think his pops was one, and his family was. Tate from Youngstown. So yeah, he had to be some Steeler. You either had to be a Brown or a Steeler,
My dad was a Steeler fan. I don't know how true it was back in the day because I was born in the 70s, and he was a Steeler fan. Could have been just because they was winning, because some of my other uncles was Browns fans. But I got a lot of families. My family, especially in that area in Northeast Ohio, split down the middle between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. My dad was a Pittsburgh fan. I went with Pittsburgh. I rubbed off over time. My mom and dad separated when I was a kid, but I rubbed off on my mom. She don't care about football. If you ask her who's her football team, she's going to say Pittsburgh. My sister is a Pittsburgh fan, which now has translated to my niece being a Pittsburgh fan. Her dad is a Commanders fan, so he feels bad that we've taken his daughter from me as far as football goes.
Tate, we had another super chat, man. We had another super chat. It just was a second ago. Thanks, Mean Joe Green, for another $2.
Thanks, Mean Joe.
Bell let his teammates down with lie after lie. Hey, man. Hey, that's fine.
Hey, man, I don't look at any athlete in any kind of bad way for trying to get their money, but he went about trying to get his money wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I would say about that. But hey, man, we about to get out of here. We about to go to overtime though, so everybody get ready to come over there. Pay gonna run lead on overtime tonight. So Pay, go ahead and tell everybody what you got cooking or what you want to talk about or whatever's going on, man.
We're gonna circle the wagons on these NFL honors. Get into that little bit, that last football game of the season. I know we didn't talk about it none this year, but we don't talk about actual football on this show. We're gonna talk about it on overtime, get into that Super Bowl talk, get our final picks of the NFL season. And then do some little college football, get into the money a little bit, and we got to talk basketball. They're about to go to All-Star break. We got to get our first half reactions. Check us out on the same channel, also on FFSN. Pull up. All fun and games.
Absolutely, man.
Wait, we got one more super chat. Then Pay can take us out. The Quad Father staying quaddy around these parts.
Man, I don't even we got to find out what 100 is, because I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna start calling him.
Read the super chat, Big G.
Dennis Pavlik, Cinco de Mayo, bro. See you guys in OT. Great show, man. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Dennis. Definitely appreciate you.
Yep.
You love by G. He giving you the two-handed salute.
One hand. That's you with them old two-handed
salute.
Look, Pay doing it. So he know how to do it.
It's not even a two-handed salute, Pay. The first time G did it, he said, "I'm gonna go both ways." That's what he said. So it's
Freaky
It's
Friday.
just been a running joke since then. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't mean nothing by it. He just said something that just sounded, Paul's worthy. That's all.
Yeah.
But
There's
Pay,
no
go ahead.
Friday.
Go ahead,
on
take
the
us home,
There's
Pay.
no pause on the homies, man. Before Pay, there's no pause on here. Go,
I
Pay.
know
Get
it's
us out
like
of here.
that's why you like Nick Chubby. When you do it all the time, we know ain't no pause with you.
No pause. No pause on
Hey,
the
man,
homies.
we're gonna get in trouble, man. If we don't cut G's Mike soon, we're gonna get in trouble. Arrest Brett Favre, please.